Okay, there's it after a big blood fucking horrible busy pits. I think I've got the freaking capamp666 now. Said it millions of times. But this is my accident dead man anyway. That means I might be able to get the Austin, so I think I might do nothing today. But if I had that little robot printer head thing I made, I could probably get it to work with that. I can make a comparative with it. But there's a problem with it that it needs to have its power jogged. It needs to have a jogged power. So I can't use it to make an oscillator exactly. But yeah, I can only make a motor driver with it because you got to jog it pretty fast to do music with it. But I think maybe I can make the oscillator with it if I just tweak it slightly and I put a pulse through it instead. But I should just go for the farads instead of the amplification, and then I can get the farad increase. So I still look at it a bit more, and I might be able to tweak it and do the oscillator with that. But if I can jog the power, because you have to let the caps charge a little bit, then I can make it out with it. If I had that little motor thing, I'd make it now, but I lost it, it's disappeared. I can get that thing to run now. I feel like total shit, I'm not gonna die anyway. But God, yeah, I got it now. But Faustep helped me find it. It's got this really sneaky way of how it charges its caps at the same time. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. Yep, and I can generate the volt. I'm going to be generating the high voltage for it as well. So I've got a high voltage generator. But it's got with the catch that it has to come with a resistor, and there's loss as well. There's a bit of loss, but apart from the loss, it should add up exact to go in through that resistor. It has to jog as well. You have to jog that one back and forth, and the whole thing doesn't work without diodes because it's got shitloads on it. So I suppose I probably could make a diode. It looks like I just got a heap of help yesterday. Not that it matters, I'm dead anyway. Got a heap of help yesterday about semiconductors. I just gotta read this on the internet somewhere. You just gotta go there. No, you won't have to think of it if you find it. I mean, you won't have to discover it yourself. You can just go on the internet and heaps of people know how to make them. I think a diode is like probably 2 million times easier to make than a transistor. It's not that bad if it's got diodes. If you wanted an easier fabrication job, then diodes are a lot easier. Semiconductor to make. Because you can just go for a rusty razor for fuck's sake. So it's got something to do with the ceramic on top of metal. Yeah. So if you can, maybe if you dip half of a razor in vinegar, and then you just go through the acetate on one side, yeah, that probably would do it, eh? So you got acetate on one, you got a layer of acetate on one side of the razor. If you balance it on top of the vinegar, just dip half a razor in vinegar for about, I don't know, 20 seconds, and then you might have a diode. Yeah, so it forms a layer on it of acetate. But you wouldn't want to get, if it goes in, if you wash it in water, it'll disintegrate. Yeah, because like all acetates are soluble in water. But it'll make a water soluble diode. So if you get some, if you put down some copper paint, just some metal paint, dip half of it in acetate and you get a diode. But then that's doing it with metal. If you want to do it without metal, maybe it's a bit harder. There's this weird thing you can do with the sponge and water, but I couldn't get it to work. Anyway, so you got some way to make a diode, and then you can like give it a go, give it a go. But the yeah, you have to jog the fucking the collector. You have to jog it. But there might be a way that I do it with for the oscillator, but I only get 100% back. I only get the farads duration. I don't get the extra amps. I'll have a look at that later. Anyway, there you go. You get the diode.